Like, what is this bobby pin even holding? Okay, so I'm going to start out with a braid. And I always like feel goofy when I start braiding because it's like, I don't know, I feel like I have forgotten what I know. It's just supposed to help with a cooler takedown, basically. Did I say cooler? This it? This is it. Welcome back, friends. Let's try that again. Take two. Okay. Welcome back, friends. It is Lauren the Soap Witch, and it is time for another wash day. So I didn't do no hot oil treatment yesterday because I was lazy and fell asleep. So here we are. This is where we start with this lovely morning. Let me just give you the full view, okay? So this is where we're at. I didn't do a refresh this week either. Okay. I was real lazy this spring break. I did nothing. Okay. But I didn't really want to keep wearing my hair down because I had this thing to do and I just wanted to change it up. So I just changed my wash and go to this. So it's time to take all this down. Let me take these bobby pins out. I don't know why. I just thought it would be something cute. Something different than I usually do. Like, what is this bobby pin even holding? Yeah, I didn't add any water or moisture or anything to my hair. I just took the hair from the wash and go and just took some pieces in the front, twisted them, and then used my puff cuff to do this high puff. And I didn't know if the clip thing would still work with it because it's just there for decoration anyway. It ain't hold nothing. But I thought I would just give it a try. So yeah, there's that. So I'm not going to bother to do an abbreviated hot oil treatment today either. I'm just not doing it. Which is fine. I've not missed, like I didn't do it when I silk pressed my hair, but I haven't missed any other time. So I'm not overly concerned about it. I'll catch it next week. I have this bad habit of getting comfortable on the couch and then not doing anything I'm supposed to do. Anybody else? Just me? It's cool. It's cool if it's just me. Okay, so let me take the puff cuff out. If you never use one, you should give it a try. They have different. This is my little puff cuff holder, whatever. And there's like this is, I don't know what size it is. It's like, there's like the mini. That's what I use if I do 2 puffs. And this is like the next size up. And then this is the one next after it. And then this is the biggest one. I don't have dense enough hair to use the biggest one, so I never use it, but they're pretty cool. And I really like them because I can still do a nice cute puff. And I can even get a tight enough look, but it doesn't pull your hair too tight the way scrunchies do. Okay. I said the way scrunchies do. That's not proper English. I was trying to mix 2 sentences together. The way a scrunchie does or the way scrunchies do. Whatever you decide. Anyway, so this is my hair. And back in, whatever years ago, I would just take my hair and just kind of separate it some. This was before I was doing hot oil treatments more regularly. And I would just separate it some because I felt like it just helped me wet it better in the shower. But like, it's crazy because this is day 7, which I never get to. But my hair would just be brittle and dry by day 7 before, and it's not giving that. I mean, it's definitely drier, but I'm just saying, we've come a long way, friends. Come a long way. Okay, so I am going to wash my hair, and then I'm gonna come back and get ready to style.
And getting into washing this hair, so I'm going to start out by thoroughly saturating my strands. And when I don't do a hot oil treatment, I just kind of take my hands and section my hair off into tiny sections and just kind of help the water hit, all the individual areas, with the idea that it will help my hair get more thoroughly saturated quicker and easier. Because as we may have discussed before, my patience is limited. Okay, non-existent, but whatever. So I thoroughly saturate my hair because 1, my hair, all hair, loves water, wants the moisture, needs the moisture, but also it helps my products to, what words am I looking for? They always elude me. It helps them to slide along and distribute throughout my hair better, which is what I want. So this is Whipped Wonder Whip Shampoo. And I'm just going to stand under the shower water while I rub it in between my hands, not to start the lather, but just to evenly distribute it between my hands so I can evenly distribute it on my hair. We like even distribution here. So anyway, because my hair was so thoroughly saturated, it is easy to get a good lather with a little bit of product. And as you will see here, I randomly forgot one of those bobby pins in my hair. That's so much fun. Anyway, so I'm getting that lovely lather from that little bit that I showed you. I usually don't wash the mids of my hair, but I was just getting a little crazy with it this time. I usually just go for scrubbing at the scalp and the top of my hair, and I usually leave the mids and ends alone because that is older hair and it tends to be drier and more easily damaged. So what I do for that, instead of scrubbing it, is I take all of that delectable suds that I created while scrubbing at my scalp, and I just take it and drag it through the rest of the hair, and that actually does get the rest of my strands pretty clean. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this out, and I like to take my hands and squeeze my hair, squeeze the product out to just make sure I get it all out and get the process moving a little faster. And I'm going on with Tempting Tonic Deep Conditioner. That's how thick she is, and that's how much I'm going to use on one whole half of my head. So you see me sticking my hair back into the shower water because I want my hair thoroughly saturated for this as well, because the product just goes further again and distributes about my hair easier, better, everythinger when I apply it to soaking wet hair. So I use less products and still get wonderful results. Here I am actually remembering to use Acute Anointing, and so I just dumped some in my hand, put some along my hairline as well, since I did not do a hot oil treatment, and I usually like to apply some there. And then I'm just going to rub it into the hair. Gonna go on with the wonderful brush because it's the best. I accept that everyone doesn't have that opinion of it, but I have been in love with it since the very first day I ever attempted to drag it through my strands. And so I just take the brush and I brush down, and then I follow through with my fingers. So I'm getting a nice like finger comb and brush detangling session all in one. And I feel like it just helps me detangle better when I go through with my fingers. It really helps me hone in on really tangled areas, and I can focus on that with my brush until I get my hair fully detangled, nice and smooth, just the way that I like it. Between the brush and any of my conditioners, but specifically Tempting Tonic today, it makes detangling an absolute breeze. You may have heard me mention a few trillion times that detangling used to absolutely be a nightmare for me. Like, me and my mom literally fought when I was a younger child when she'd be trying to detangle my hair, and I would break combs and brushes, obviously not intentionally, but that's just how tangled my hair would get. And so now it's like those days didn't even happen, because especially with my conditioners, they're made with incredible slip. I knew I needed to make a product with incredible slip because that just makes for the best detangling. So now that I am done detangling my hair in real time, well, pretty much done. I went back for a few more gratuitous brushes, but I am done. And I am done with it in real time. I did not cut that. I just wanted to see how long it does not take me to detangle my hair. I'm just going to braid that up so that hair can be out of the way. Put any excess product on top of that hair, because that's the hair that tends to need the most help. And now I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. So now that both sides are done, I've been putting on this plastic, like disposable plastic cap, just so that my body heat, can kind of get trapped in there. Whatever, I can't think of it, never mind. Greenhouse effect, that's it. That's the hair that I lost when I detangled. I don't sit under a hooded dryer when I do my deep conditioning because I'm high porosity and it's really not necessary, but you still could if you wanted. Medium porosity, sure, go ahead, and low porosity, I pretty much feel like it's a necessity to sit under a heated dryer. I sit my son under one for about 30 minutes, and it does great things for his hair. So now that I've taken that all down, I sat with this in my hair probably 20 minutes. I don't ever sit longer than 30. And I again am just taking my hands and squeezing out the product just to move the process along and make sure I get everything out. And of course, a nice gratuitous shot of the back of the hair, because we can get those anytime we can. It's just, why not? It looks so luscious. All right, so now that I'm done being extra and over the top and dramatic, pretty much getting to the end of the whole hair washing and conditioning and detangling situation, I am going to wring my hair out a little bit because I am going to do this style on damp hair. So gonna wring this out, and then it is time to move on to the styling portion.
Okay, got that all out of the way. I'm a little parched, hold on. Okay, glad I did that. Anyway, so I put my head in the microfiber towel because I am doing the interesting style known as the Twaid Out. So it's not really new, but I never did it before. And so you like a braid out mixed with a twist out. It's not like it is. You braid half your hair down and then you twist the rest. Real simple. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that today. Because I just been wanting to try it. Why not? I try all the other new stuff. So I'm gonna part my hair because you absolutely know I'm not going with a middle part. I know that's like what's trending, but I don't care. And of course, I'm gonna struggle. Like, girl, you don't gotta do all that. Y'all know this is not my strong suit. It's kind of okay. No, it's not, but I'm finna just be like, I don't care in a minute. I'm not finna do like me throwing the comb with me being done. If you didn't know, I'm not finna sit here and like expertly part it or any of that because I'm not wearing this outside of the house. I'm gonna braid this up on pretty much damp hair, and then I'm gonna sit up under the dryer until it is dry, and that's my plan. So I don't know. I'm just gonna put this half up for now with a clip. Okay. Stop it. Oh my God, why? That's good enough. I'm gonna do pretty thick sections. I like to do, I don't know if that's pretty thick, but this is gonna be my first section here, and I think I'm just going to do that size all around and see what I get. First of all, I'm not gonna spend all day doing no braid out, twist out, whatever. I'm just not gonna do it. Second, I just feel like the chunkier look turns out better on my hair. So my hair is damp, as you can see. I'm using 2 products today, and also my trusty brush. I don't know. I probably should just wait till I have product in to brush it as I continue to brush, girl. I'm going to start off with my Curly Concoction styling cream. You know how much I love it. And so when I am doing these type of like braid outs and stuff, I always use far more than I do. I didn't even show you how much I use. I'll show you next time. I always use far more than I do with a wash and go. And I don't know. I've just always done that. So probably too much, but I put a bunch on there because I feel like in the front I always don't use enough. Of course, that could just appear that way to me because it's very, very high porosity up there. Making sure I just get my ends really good too. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm gonna follow behind that with my Aloe Vera Curl Custard Enchanted Concoction. I named it similarly because I felt like they just paired so well together. I'm not gonna use a whole lot though. I'm gonna start with that and see how I like it. I go for more cream than custard because I want a very, I want it to have hold, but I want it to be very soft, and this is one of the few times where I want that. The very first time I actually tried these products together was on a flat twist out, I don't know, forever ago, a year probably now, and that was how I found out how well they did together. I am rambling now, aren't I? So now I'm gonna brush this out now that I have some product in it. Usually I don't go around brushing my hair out with product, especially with wash and goes, but I'm trying to do it with these to be a little neater. Okay, so I'm going to start out with a braid, and I always like feel goofy when I start braiding because it's like, I don't know, I feel like I have forgotten what I know. Yeah, but anyway, I'm just going to braid it. Normally, y'all know I don't know how to cornrow, so yeah, I don't. Y'all probably won't be seeing that here. And I'm trying to get this tied up here, tight as I can. And I can't see anything, so who knows if I'm screwing this braid up. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take it down and start again. And look at what I'm doing. Hold my head down so I can get closer to the roots. Feel like I'm doing it the exact same way I just did 2 seconds ago. Braiding really isn't hard. I just make it look that way. Okay, so braiding, I pull it tight as I can. I'm trying to see where halfway down is. I feel like we're getting dangerously close to halfway down. Okay, we're going to say that's halfway down. And then we're going to start twisting. That probably wasn't halfway down, but whatever, we're twisting now, so it's what it is. So then you combine one of, 2 of the pieces together. Obviously, that's what I just did. That you use for the braid. And then finish off with a twist. I'm kind of feeling like I wish I would have done a bigger piece. Too late now. That's the first section done. Not section, but first piece done. Okay, so let's get another section. Part of me wants to take it down and do a bigger section, but then I feel like the roots might be too puffy. Oh, challenges. I'm gonna take a section from down here and then hum and haw over that. Okay, I think this is, I want to add a little more. Maybe no. It's hard to tell. I think I'm just gonna go with that. It don't gotta be perfect. It's not gonna be. I'm putting somewhere in the vicinity of this on each section. Probably should have put less, because, oh well. We're not gonna hum and haw. What's done is done. Okay, make sure I get it up here and all the way down to the ends. I suppose if a person was doing this and they were medium porosity, they could probably use half the amount of curl styling cream. But with me being high, I go overboard. Why am I having such a hard time getting this out of here? And then going in with that custard. I rub it in between my hands even if I'm not doing a wash and go. It's what I'm used to doing. Getting the ends. Okay. I'm trying to get these sections somewhat even, but doesn't always work out that way. Whatever, it doesn't matter that much, does it? Should I braid this down a little bit more? I feel like this not half braid that's mostly twist. Okay, let's see. Okay. Did I just do the same thing that I said I was going to do? And I didn't brush it. This is what I be talking about. Inconsistent at best. Well, I should have brushed it and I didn't. Pretend like I brushed it. Some people put like perm rods on the bottom of their twists or braids, or even flexi rods. I used to do that when my hair just didn't, like it was damaged and so it didn't twist up, or curl up at the bottom. But I just don't prefer to do that anymore just because I don't feel like it. Not because it's bad. So you see I have some excess product on the top of my hair. I just take my towel, okay, pronounce things correctly, could you? And blot that out. I use as much product as I need in excess even to get the style set the way I want it. And I just blot out anything that's extra. It's worked since I've been doing these type of styles, so I just continue to do so. I don't like to leave like excess product on top of my hair with pretty much any style because it'll just dry that way and look kind of crappy. I like to do these styles on damp hair because I feel like the style turns out, I don't know why, but this is one of the few times where I think the style turns out better if my hair's not soaking wet. Also, it cuts down on the dry time and I don't want to sit all day under the dryer. And when I used to, I'm gonna put some more because this is really high porosity hair, but this section might be a little bit bigger. So just a little bit more cream. But yeah, I feel like this is what works for me, of course. And this is just the high porosity hair pairing. A lot of people, when they like braid or twist, will like detangle and brush as they braid or twist. Again, I think it's a good practice. And I think their hair always turns out nice, but I don't want to, and so I don't. And that's really the only reason. I'm so curious to see how this is going to turn out on my hair. I tried it because, you know, well, it's just different, and I'm curious. But the other people that I saw try it with, their hair got really pretty results. So I'm like, why not? I like both braid outs and twist outs. So I'm like, best of both worlds. I don't know. But I like them both. You know, I know a lot of people like have their preferences, their favorites. Some people don't ever do braid outs. Some people don't really do twist outs. I do both. If I do a twist out, it's always a flat twist out for the most part because I'm usually too lazy to do this, to do them like this. Except for what now? I forgot what I was saying. Something. I guess it wasn't too big. It doesn't look that much bigger than the rest of these. Where was I at? Well, I just like the way flat twist outs look better on my hair. And also it takes less time because I'm lazy. We've discussed my laziness a multitude of times. It shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. Okay, so I'm done putting it all up. I think I ended up with like 10. I think I did 6 on this side and 4 on this side. I'm gonna sit in the dryer and try to get them at least most of the way dry. It usually takes a minute, like an hour and a half or 2 hours. And then as long as it's mostly dry, I'll take it down and I'll probably just use like the diffuser to diffuse it the rest of the way before I do any separating. But we'll see. Hopefully I can just get it dry and don't have to worry about it. Okay, so I'm gonna come back when it's dry. We're gonna take them down. We're gonna see what we got. All right. Okay. So I didn't intend to spend near this amount of time drying my hair or whatever. I got distracted, long story short, and I ended up air drying my hair for like 4 hours. And then I sat under the dryer for 50 minutes. Why not an hour? Because my stupid dryer shut off after 50 minutes. I'm really hoping it's not broken and maybe it just tripped something and got too hot. I don't know. And that's none of that's relevant. So that's how long I sat. It better be dry. So I am just going to start taking this down. Most people, what they do, they put some oil on their hair or their hands. It's usually they take some oil and just all over their hair. I don't ever feel like getting up to get it, and so I don't do it. But I think it's just supposed to help keep your hair just from getting like snagged. It's just supposed to help with a cooler takedown, basically. Did I say cooler? Girl, what is she talking about? A smoother takedown. Just gonna take this down and see what it looks like because I'm super curious. I know you are. Maybe you're not. I'm just really careful whenever I take any style down. I don't rush and I'm very gentle. I don't like yank anything apart because the gentler you are with taking down your twist out or braid out or Twaid out in this case, the better your results will be and you will have like less frizz. Because right, don't we all want less frizz? Well, you know, when you're initially taking it down, you do I do some, you split it up and, you can do some intentional frizz, picking and stuff, but you don't want to be a mouth. Take 2. You don't want it to be a frizzy mess. Okay, so that's what I'm getting at. So I am just going to separate this some. I don't like to do too much, but I don't know. We'll see as I do too much. I just kind of, it's like a mix between letting it separate where it wants. I don't know. I do each section as I go whenever I separate hair. I don't like to take it all down and then separate it. For me, I've always just preferred to do it this way. Okay, so that's the first section. And it looks pretty good and, defined and stuff. Okay, so moving right along. Okay, so I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When I took the first one down, I was like, this is a mistake. But no, I don't know why I be feeling like that every time I try something different. Where's my mirror? Here it is. Let me see if I got a bunch of parts in the back and stuff that I need to, fix. It's not really bad. It's kind of in the middle, sort of. I might want to lift this a little bit. I don't usually lift a ton when I do braid outs and such, but just a little bit. Yeah, a little bit on this side. Okay, let me give you the full. Okay, I kind of did that, but I'm gonna just do it again. This is it. Okay, so I think it was worth the effort. I think. What y'all think? It's I think I really can tell a difference. Actually, maybe I don't know. It somehow works. I'm not sure how, but it works. It comes together. It came together. I did not use too much or too little product because I always be like, did I mess this up? But it feels soft, but the hold is nice. These usually last me pretty well until like that first day I work out. Okay, I usually don't stretch my like twist outs and braid outs and all them other outs. I don't usually stretch them. So I won't. I feel like the length is good enough. My hair has gotten long enough that it touches my shoulders in these styles. So I'm good with that. And also I really like the definition that I get. So I typically don't want to mess it up because I also think that contributes to longevity. It could just be all in my head, whatever. But it's what I'm going with. Think the results, even though I felt like I started off shaky, I like it. I like the way it turned out. So I'll go ahead and put this final touch on there. Sure am. Yeah. It's just become my new favorite because why not? Why not? Okay. A little crooked. You know what? That's just adding to the charm. I'm going to leave it. Anywho. So I really enjoyed doing this hairstyle. I'll probably do it again. All the products that I used today are listed below in the description if you're interested. What words are you? If you're interested in checking them out, please work with me. Okay, so when I skipped my hot oil treatment, but I did still use the oil. But I wash my hair with Whipped Wonder. I always wash it with that. That doesn't ever change. Never, never. And I know that people cringe when you say this, but it really does work for all hair types. I have not found a singular person of any hair type that it doesn't work for yet, and I believe that all have tried it. I used a Tempting Tonic Deep Conditioner on my hair today because I'm still doing that test to see if I can do Tempting Tonic 3 weeks for 3 weeks and then do Twilight Tempest. That's the deep conditioning hair mask, just once a month. And with that shower head, with the shower filter that I have on the shower head now, I think it's possible because it's helping me with the hard water issues that we were all having with our hair. So I do think that's making a difference. What did I do after those two products? Oh yeah, I put oil on top of the deep conditioner because I forgot to do it for the last 2 weeks. So I did put that on top because I do feel like it makes a difference. The hair feels nice and soft and all that good stuff. And then finally, my last 2 products that I use for actual styling was Curly Concoction. That's a styling cream, and Enchanted Concoction. That is my curl custard. Yeah, Aloe Vera curl custard. So those are the 2 products that I did for this style. And then all of the products that I've been using have been in the Tropical Fantasy fragrance because that is my current favorite. And I don't know what it's gonna take for something to knock it off because I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, but I do also offer an apple aroma, a lavender peppermint, a spearmint eucalyptus, a lemon pound cake. I also offer an unscented because I know some people are sensitive to fragrances. So I totally get that. I'm sensitive to your plight. There's an unscented. So all of the hair products are available in all of those different fragrances if you're interested in checking those out. I do also offer a hair journal, and it's a digital hair journal, and it's just a nice tool to have if you want to start a hair journey or take your hair journey to the next level. Link for that below if you are interested. And then what you think about today's lip gloss? Today is perfectly pink. Yeah, and that's perfectly pink. Okay. But I felt like, a little pink in my life, wouldn't hurt anything. I got several other colors, but there's too many to list. So I put a link for the perfectly pink down below. Finally, the earrings. These are part of my, test earrings. Have I showed you all of them yet? I don't know. I used to make resin a whole bunch a long time ago, like 2 years ago-ish, and then I just stopped, and I really didn't do it for 2 years. And so I still have some earrings back from when I was, regularly doing it and not so rusty. And there's a link for those below. These are like part of what I've been calling my test runs, where I've just been like getting back familiar with all of my tips and tricks and techniques and all that stuff. And I've tried some new molds. These are not new molds. All the ones that I've been wearing for the past 2 years, the multicolor ones are the same mold. They just, different colors and different styles just give the same mold or the same shape a whole different look, which I love about it. This is not a video to wax on about resin though, so I'm going to stop trying to say that. I'm sorry. That's going to do it for this video. If you've made it to the end, I really appreciate you sharing your time with me, because I know it's our most valuable commodity and you could have been doing anything else. So thanks for hanging out. If you like this video or you got something out of it, please consider subscribing to my channel and clicking the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And I will see you in the next one, friends. Bye.